Call to order, Mike. All right. Calling to order the Town of Ashford Planning and Zoning Commission meeting for Monday, March 9th, 2026 at 7:02. Going to the agenda. Um, Seating of alternates. I know Tom is not going to make it, and I don't see Jerry on. So let's seat Doug for Jerry Dufresne, and we'll seat Stephanie for Tom Hastings. And Doug. Okay, very good. That gives us a one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight voting members this evening. Okay, the minutes from the February 9th, 2026 Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. Um, is there a motion to approve those minutes?
This is Janet Bellamy. So moved.
Moved. Is there a second?
This is Mike. I can second it.
Michael, thank you. Second. Discussion. Any changes, clarifications, corrections that you found in those minutes?
No,
Hearing none, seeing no hands, then all those in favor of approving the minutes from the February 9th meeting of the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed? Abstentions for anyone who was not in attendance or otherwise?
Jeff, it's Duck Jenny. I'm abstaining. I wasn't present in February.
Thank you, Doug. Okay, motion passes 7-0-1. All right, very good. Opening up to public comments for those folks in attendance. Again, limited topics or items not otherwise listed on the agenda itself for discussion or hearings. Any public comment? Seeing no hands or waves, we'll move on. Thank you. Uh, Bills, nothing listed, Michael. Nothing's come in. We've had no bills to deal with.
Yep, no new bills.
Okay. Uh, Correspondence, Tyke and Halloran and Sage, House Bill 8002 workshop. Mike, do you want to elaborate on that for us? I've already signed up, so go ahead.
Sure, yeah. We're sort of co-hosting a client workshop for commission members and staff to go through the requirements of 8002 or Special Session Act Public Act 25-1. It's on Wednesday, the 11th, starts at 7. The idea is to sort of tailor the discussion to what it means for smaller municipalities and planning and zoning commissions in particular. We're going to run through the various components of the bill, what we have to do, hit on, questions and things that have come up so far and talk about ambiguities, et cetera. It is good for 2 commissioner training hours. It doesn't cost anything. You can register just by putting in your email address. So that will be on Wednesday.
Okay.
and I'm sorry, where do you register?
There's a link right on the flyer. You just click and put your email address in.
Mike had sent out an email earlier in the week or late last week about the session.
Oh, okay.
So it should be in your email. If not, I can forward it on to you or Mike can forward it on to you to get that link.
Okay. Thank you.
Also, Mike, not to steal your thunder or anything, in case people can't make that session on Wednesday evening, I believe NECOG has a session going on tomorrow night, don't they? Or tomorrow at some point?
I know that they had one. Um, I, yeah, I mean, one of the things that um, we've kind of that caused us to decide to put this together is that the COGs are responsible for a portion of the requirements of this bill. And one of the things that they've sort of put a lot of energy into is making sure that the communication and the messaging between all of the COGs across Connecticut is consistent. And what that has resulted in is that the guidance coming from the COGs is very vanilla and not necessarily really, really useful. There's a lot of questions and things that they don't necessarily know the answer to, but because they're a council of governments, they're not really trying to opine on what they think the information means or what they recommend you do. So we're hoping to take things a step further and actually talk about, well, we don't know what this language that they wrote means, but here's what we think it means, and here's what you should do. Um, there's been a lot of ambiguity remaining as we've seen what CROG and CCOG and NECOG and all these different councils of government have laid out. So yeah, there's several sessions that CROG is offering, NECOG will be offering. So if you can't make it, there will certainly be other opportunities.
You still there, Mike?
Yes, I am. Do you lose me?
Oh, it just cut off the last word there for a second or
Oh,
something. So I think you might have disappeared. Yeah, those sessions with NECOG are March 10th and March 24th. I can send that information out that I received from NECOG to everyone, just in case you can't go to what hopefully will be a beneficial session Wednesday evening with Halloran Sage and Taiki. Um, to that end, it would behoove every commissioner to try to attend a session at least if the dates hopefully work out for you. Only because, again, if you looked at any of the pre-meeting material that Mike had sent out, was the summary of the housing growth plan and the SSPA 25-1, and it's only an 85-page summary.
Okay.
So, I think it would behoove us to have people that have a lot of knowledge in this kind of pick their way through it and at least hit the high points for, I'll fall on my sword, those of us that are not as well in tune with the housing and the requests of what's going on. Hopefully, and I'm sure they will lay that out in a great layman's fashion for us. But again, yeah, just sifting through the, I think planning and zoning had at least a dozen to 15 sections in that summary. And that doesn't count what the municipality is supposed to do because there's sections for the municipality to follow through on besides planning and zoning. So, again, Mike, will that be something to be handy to have with us during the session on Wednesday?
I mean, we're going to go through and have broken things up into slides for the most part to try to go through the high points because to your point, there's a lot of pages of the bill and it's not necessarily, easy to follow. It's not even well written. So I think even if you don't know anything about it, say it a different way. We're not expecting you show up with any background knowledge or having read it. So if you don't know anything about it, you'll be fine to have no resources.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Any questions of Mike regarding the session? Counts towards your 2 hours of training, Stephanie. So,
Can you
and
resend, this
Michael's.
is Michael Peppin. Can you resend that link? I've signed up for tomorrow nights, but I've lost the link for Wednesdays. I can't find it.
You could send that out again, Mike.
Sure.
Thank you.
Mike to Mike, at least. Anyone
Yeah,
else in
no,
need?
I'll send it to everybody.
Okay, great. Thank you. No other correspondence at this point. Oh, by the way, as we're talking about these things, there is the Connecticut land use dinner at the AquaTurf on, help me, Mike, the 26th?
Yeah, it's the 26th.
Sorry, I
26th.
was,
Thank you, Lord.
yeah,
And Mike, do you know if we've had, I know I still have to sign up. Do you know if we've had any other signups?
I think we have, Bonnie's been handling it, so I don't know specifically, but,
Okay.
yeah, we still have there's still some time for people if they're still interested.
Right. And we are, and as Nor just pointed out and asked about carpooling, which we have done in the past with groups also. So if we get a number of people, we know how many, we can plan accordingly for minimal cars going down and going down with somebody, because it's not a short ride down to Southington. Um, so again, that session gains you an hour in training also in your transcript. And it will also talk, I believe it's the representative from NECOG, Delilah, is it? Or Delia?
Yeah, Delia.
Delia, Delia, speaking on the again the housing piece, which again I guess referencing this bill, it's as large as it is and as encompassing as it is. There's a lot of front training going on, which is good, which is a good thing for all of us. So, and the meal is pretty good too. The bar is great, but the meal is really good. Um, Okay. So any questions on the trainings or any of the signups or anything for conferences? I'm going to go step out for a second just because out of normal procedure here, only because I see Jessica Miller, the head of our housing authority, joining us. Jessica, did you have anything specific, or were you just like listening in on uh, the
No, I
discussion
was just
regarding?
listening in. I look at the agendas, regularly, and anything I see, I was looking at the POCD update. So,
Oh, okay. All right. Very good. I didn't
okay.
know if it had
Yep.
anything to do
But
with the
thank you.
housing
I
plan.
appreciate it.
Sure, sure. Thank you. Okay. Nothing on public hearings for tonight on item 6. So moving on to item 7, commission business, starting with PZ-26-1, special permit and site plan application per 300-18C6 and 7 for a motor vehicle dealership and repair shop at 21221 Pompey Hollow Road. Owner Bora 2020 LLC, and the applicant is is it Riser? Dories? I thought there was an N in the sign up, but that's fine. Um, so this is the uh, same group that had applied previously for the special permit for the car dealership. Um, and they are resubmitting. Uh, their application is online. It is very complete. I'll say that for it. It has coverage on a vast majority of the items that they were actually seeking waivers for, and they followed through on that. And I see Daniel Blanchette coming up. Are you involved with this, I take it?
Yes, sir. Yeah, just really briefly. Good evening, everyone. For the record, my name's Daniel Blanchette. I'm a licensed civil engineer and land surveyor. I'm here tonight on behalf of the applicant. Just for the record, Dory is actually an attorney who I believe will be
Yes.
attending the public hearing. Dory is the applicant's attorney. And
I
so
meant
I'm
to, I
going to
meant to
save.
point that out. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. So I'll save most of my presentation and Q&A for the public hearing, I think. But as the commissioner indicated, we are resubmitting a new set of site plans that should hopefully address most of your concerns.
Okay. All right. So again, this evening we are simply looking to receive the application for tonight. There's no actionable item here, no discussion. So is there a motion
Chair,
to,
Mr.
I'm
Chair,
sorry.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Janet.
I know we don't have a discussion, but the application was put up late, and I can't display anything from it. Can we have a look at it before we actually vote so we know what we're voting on?
Yeah, Mark Schnoble, I couldn't see it. Wouldn't open when I clicked on it
Yeah, I
either.
couldn't.
Neither could I.
The application narrative in the write-up in the
Yep, wouldn't
system.
open. Yep.
Oh, that's the one thing I didn't click on. I clicked on everything else, the pictures and everything. Uh, Mike, can you do us a solid?
Yeah, so it it's working for me, so I'm just trying to figure out what you guys are or aren't seeing. So the link that is in the meeting folder is a shortcut to the application in Permit Link. So when I open it, it then gives me access to all of the application form and attachments.
No.
Well, I see, I get permalink and I get a list of the
Attachments?
I'm
attachments.
having the same issue actually. I can
None-
see a list. I can see a list of PDFs, but I can't click on them.
You can't
Yeah,
Yeah,
open
the
no,
them.
page
what
is
you do,
unresponsive.
what you simply do is select them so they turn yellow, or select the one you want to go into that turn it yellow, right? Of that list. Go into the box above, whatever you want to enter in, and start typing in the beginning part of that section. If it's the application, APPLIC, in the white box above the description.
The other thing that you can do is if you just click on whatever you want, you can go right, like you can just go to print and it'll pop up if you want to look at it.
So, Jeff, this is the same applicant that we denied a few months ago, is that correct?
Yes, it is,
So may I ask why we're seeing it again? If we,
because they are reapplying again.
okay.
The only thought I had in the back of my mind, Mark, and I don't know if you did too, was that that there is a time limit or something like that, or time constraint, but there is not. It's on a text amendment application.
Okay. I
It has
also
that requirement.
thought that this had gone out to litigation, but thought they had
No, they had not chosen to go that way.
okay.
Okay.
I'm not having luck having it come up.
I'm not either, and I'm a young guy. I'm pretty good with computers, and
Thank you.
I can't
Oh,
figure out
all
how to
right, all
open
right,
anything.
all
I
right.
got it to work by
How do we-
clicking on the print option and then it just pops up in your downloads. And then I'm able to open
Yeah.
it that way.
Yeah,
Yes, you do have to when you do click on it, you do have to select it out of the download in order to look at it.
And where does it say print? Or
Yeah,
I do.
there's a thing that says, yeah, I see there's a link that says print attachment and then select, but I can't click select.
Yeah, the page is completely unresponsive for me. I don't
Yeah,
get
me
that
too.
yellow stripe or anything.
But in any case, I would be happy to email everyone all the various documents again before the next meeting if that's helpful. Or maybe, yeah, I don't know, we can try and re-upload this somehow.
Can you guys see my screen?
I can see your screen, Mike. Yes,
I
go
do.
ahead.
So from here, from the link, if you want to look at the application checklist, I have it here in yellow. I've clicked on that, and then I just go to print,
Oh, I see.
and it will pop up in your downloads and then give you access to all of the forms.
I can't get anything to turn yellow when I click on it. Yeah, the website's nothing works. I can't click any of the buttons or any of the PDFs. I don't know. Maybe I need to update my browser.
I'm
I
having the same problem.
just got it to work when I went to print. So it came up.
So you did get it, Janet.
Yes, I did.
As old as we are, we were able to get that in. That's good.
I mean, I got it when I hit select and it would download to my computer. I didn't hit print. I just hit select.
Yeah. But the download is there for you to select, right? Under your downloads.
Actually, you know what? I did a refresh. I just clicked refresh in my browser and now it works.
Okay.
Yep, I just did a refresh and now I can click on stuff again. Okay.
So,
Yep, I got it to work. Never mind.
okay. All right. Is there anyone else that has not been able to have access for the application to take a look at due
Okay,
to
got it.
technical issues?
This is Mike Pepin. I'm good now.
Okay. Mark, are you good? You're muted. Thumbs up. Okay. I got it. Stephanie, has your access been okay? Thumbs up. Nord.
Yes, Jeff.
Were you able to access the application and any of the materials?
Looks all right to me.
Okay. And Steve, I see your thumbs up. Thank you for the electronic thumbs up. Doug.
Jeff, I'll have to check when I get on a computer. I'm on my phone. I was driving home from work. I just got home.
Okay. Okay. So if you would check in with uh, Mike D'Amato if you have any problems with that afterwards. Okay.
Will do.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Those of you looking at the application, any issues? As Janet brought up, all fees have been paid. The application's been sent in, signed off. Materials are very, very complete, along with the checklist itself of items. Nord, you're on mute. You're on mute, Nord.
The application says that it's going to be a motor vehicle dealership and repair shop. And the last time when I questioned them about that, they said they were not going to do repairs, that the repairs were going to be done off-site. Could you clarify that?
Yes, sir. So it's my understanding, and again, I'll make sure that the applicant is here in person at the next meeting, the public hearing. Hopefully, that'll be scheduled for the following meeting. It's my understanding that there's a two-car garage, and they would do very minor repairs, an oil change, adding some windshield wiper fluid, minor repairs.
And they're doing repairs to their owned cars,
Correct.
basically.
Yeah. Correct.
can
Yeah,
I-
they
can
buy
not
used
as a service
cars. Right.
Not
Hey,
as a
can I
service to
jump
the
in
public
here?
or community.
Correct.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but we should hold all of this for the next public hearing.
Yes, Mike, I agree. I'm sorry. Yes. So, looking to accept receive the application from for PZ 26-1. All those in favor of receiving the application signify by saying aye.
Hi.
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Abstentions? So received. Thank you.
And is there going to be
All
a
right.
public hearing scheduled? Sorry, just to clarify.
To clarify, yes, we will schedule the public hearing for our next meeting in April.
Okay. All right, perfect.
And that's the second Monday in April.
Yep.
Thank
All right,
you.
terrific.
Thank
Well, I
you,
look
Mr.
forward to
Blanchett.
seeing everyone next month, and we can kind of get into the meat and potatoes of the project.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Good evening.
Good evening. Okay, that brings us on to the POCD update and review of the latest draft. And again, this fell to me. The subcommittee has been great and has worked hard on this, and I was able to find the information I needed to. It took me a while. A number of the changes had already been submitted to Mike and his team. They've worked on it. Mike, do you want to talk about the schedule as what we discussed the other day? You want me to talk about it?
Yeah, I think what we're hoping to do now is to get any final feedback from the commission. We have a 65-day lag on when we have to, basically when we decide pencils down, we have a 65-day hold before any action can be taken because we have to refer to the Council of Governments. It has to be referred to the Board of Selectmen. We have to file with the town clerk, schedule public hearings, et cetera, posted on the town website. So we want to make sure that the commission is, reasonably comfortable with the draft in its, as far as the content is concerned, so that we can begin the 65-day referral process and then go forward with the public hearing. We are still completely able to make amendments during the public hearing process. So it's not as if once it gets referred, it can't be amended or you can't add or subtract or edit or whatever. But we want to make sure that we don't have massive fundamental or structural changes to the document so that what we're referring is substantially similar to what ultimately goes to public hearing. So we're not asking for or expecting approval tonight or that there won't be additional changes. It's just going to take a little bit of time to get that scheduled. So we want to make sure that nobody had any last minute thoughts. The document that is in front of you or that you have a copy of is inclusive of the comments that we've received to today from the commissions, from the subcommittee, and any other edits that we had to make. So it's sort of reflective of all of that. Want some final feedback if there is any before we pull the trigger and start thinking about a public hearing.
And stepwise, it's be, I don't know why I can't get this straight in my head. Is it public hearing and then NECOG and BOS, or is it BOS approval and NECOG and then the public hearing?
It is NECOG, Board of Selectmen, Town Clerk, public hearing. So we've got to give NECOG 65 days.
Right. And I know it's, it's a number of pages. I don't know if anyone has any input at this point. Obviously, we'll take the input. I know Janet had sent out an email to Mike. That might be the best way to go as you peruse and review the POCD. If you have any input, please forward that on to Mike so that changes can be. Please send it to Mike and myself so that the subcommittee can review anything as to whether it's been dealt with or not, along with Mike's group reviewing that input. Does that work for you, Mike?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Any input at this point? I know it's been a short time for have that document to take a look at. I think I think the subcommittee has done a nice job in trying to put it together. I think one of the nice pieces in there, if we can get this done and get it in, is that, remind me, Janet, what is it? 2 years? Every 2 years we'll do a review?
Yeah. Yes, I think that was right.
Yeah. Okay. So, and that's a required review for us to do this on a regular basis, to keep it up to date, to make any changes we need to move forward, to give input as new things develop. Someone leaves us $1 million in town, we can do what we can do with it, anything along those lines, wishful thinking. So again, I ask any input at this point.
Hey Jeff, I have a question. So if I read through the previous draft copy and I started working on this one, if there are any edits to suggest, you just want me to email both you and Mike?
Yes, please.
Just little like grammatical and things like that, proofreading things.
We'll take the grammatical ones too. That's fine.
Okay.
Just don't mark it in red and put a score
No,
on it. Okay?
no, I won't. But the content's really good, and I liked the the more condensed version, and the change of some of the language around between the last draft and this draft. So good job.
Oh, great. Great. Thank you. Thank you for the input.
Welcome.
Anyone else at this point? So what we'd probably like to do is next month have a final go around with the changes that were made, get approval from the whole commission to move forward with this, so we can submit to the Board of Finance, excuse me, the Board of Selectmen and to NECOG for their input, get that ball rolling. You know, they've got 65 days, but we might be able to exert some pressure on both the Board of Selectmen and the NECOG if we can to try and get that moving forward. Though, you know, our efforts are behind the goal date that we have, we are still within our compliance as we are working towards getting a POCD put in place. So, am I missing anything, Mike?
Hold on. Oh, sorry, I wasn't sure if I was muted. I just was trying to check the so one of the things that is unfortunate about the way that all the statutory timeframes work is that when you have, you know, 65 days and whatever else, we're going to end up in this position where we're always like a couple of days off from our meeting. So for example, if we were to refer this and tried to schedule a public hearing now, we're going to fall the week after our May meeting. So essentially, we're gonna kind of miss or gonna lose an additional 2 to 3 weeks just because of the way that the statutory time clock works. So the only thing that I'm just, you know, would throw out there as a consideration is if, generally speaking, the commission doesn't have any substantial concerns, if everybody's comfortable, we will begin the referral process once the subcommittee has had a chance to do their final review. And so rather than waiting till to the April meeting, if we can refer it out, let's say by the end of March, then that means we can potentially hit it so that we get the 65 days essentially 2 months away and not having to push this out 3 months because we're 3 days off. Am I making any sense?
Yeah, yeah. Do we need, with the subcommittee giving the final review, do we need the commission's approval, or are we looking for just the commission's approval upon the subcommittee's review?
I think that if the commission's okay tonight, what they can say is that, you know, let's make an agreement that unless anybody has any substantial edits, once the subcommittee has done their final go around of this draft, you know, Mike and Jeff can coordinate the 65-day referrals. So,
Okay.
And so I'm just looking at the calendar. So I'm doing the numbers here, if we want to do the 65-day, yeah, so if we refer by the end of March, then we can schedule the public hearing for the June meeting. If we wait till the April meeting, we're going to have to push it to July. And I'm not putting pressure on you. I just want to make sure, you know, we always run into this where because of a couple of days, we end up having to push things out a whole nother month.
No, understood. So I guess we're looking for, I'd like to do a motion to get the approval of the commission upon final review of the subcommittee of the POCD for any new changes now. A motion to allow the subcommittee's review to be the acceptable final review for our referral to Board of Selectmen and NECOG. Might there be a motion?
Jeff, I would make that motion. This is Michael Pevin. I'm not sure how to phrase it. Just what you said.
what I said. What I said. We'll catch it with AI. We'll get it right in
Right.
the itself. But yeah. So again, motioning to allow the subcommittee's review of the POCD for 2025, 26, whatever the number should be. Be allow for referral to Board of Selectmen and NECOG. That's pretty much it, and with the
Yeah.
approval of the PZC Commission. Is there a second to that convoluted motion?
I'll second.
Stephanie seconds. All those in favor say by saying aye.
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 Those opposed? Abstention. I'm sorry, opposed? Abstentions? So moved. Thank you. Thank you for your trust in the subcommittee. So again, anyone has any changes as they review this, get them in as quickly as possible. We will likely schedule a subcommittee meeting. Probably not this week, but we'll do it next week. And probably try and do it maybe earlier in the week in order to deal with any issues that we receive. But we will let you know when when our final look-see will be to try and get it in that time frame by the end of March, as Mike indicated.
And Jeff, just let me know what you guys settle on so I can do an agenda. I know we got a lot of meetings because it's budget season, so I'll verify in the calendar that there's no overlap and I'll do the agenda.
So Jeff, this is Mark Schnubel. I know I'm not
Yes, Mark.
available next Wednesday.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
How about Monday or Tuesday?
Yep, those are fine. Yeah.
That works for me, either of those days.
Janet, okay. Is Christine still with us? Christine?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm available. Let's see, next week is the 16th, 17th,
Yep.
either day in the evening.
That's Monday or Tuesday, right?
Yep.
Okay. Very good. I'll
Monday
get
would be
something out.
Monday would be
I'm sorry.
better. Monday would be
Monday.
better.
Okay. All right. Let's tentatively go for Monday, and I'll get something out first thing in the morning and I'll reach out to Nora also. Excuse us while we do our own scheduling over the meeting here. Okay. Thank you very much again. We will bring this home very, very soon. The last item that I didn't print up, so I'll have to call it up, excuse me here, is the commission bylaws. I did send out a copy. Early this afternoon, with the changes in red. If anyone has had the chance to review, if you want to share, are there any issues?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, it's Janet.
Please.
There's one small issue I have. On Article 6, election of officers.
Yes.
I'll at the next regular monthly meeting following the annual municipal election. Municipal elections are every odd year, so they're not annual, but they could possibly be changed. So I think we could just say following the municipal election.
Oh, okay. As opposed to putting a time frame on it, limiting us.
Just
Sure.
get rid of that annual.
Okay. Thank you. So nobody gets elected this coming
No,
elections.
municipals are just on the odd year. This year is the state people for Hartford.
Okay. All right. I'm just trying to think how that falls when we have, 6 years, 4 years, and 2 years I guess that makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
because your terms shouldn't turn over unless they coincide with the municipal election.
Right.
So you would be following up. So after municipal election in either you would have a change in commission composition potentially, and then you would do your election of officers.
Okay.
Right.
Very good. So the time frame and municipal are kind of like contradictory, so that's fine. Okay.
Yeah, just get rid of the word annual.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Okay. Again, I'm going back and forth with 2/3 and certain numbers and things like this, so I hope I captured it in that same section with a minimum of 6 regular or alternate members must be present for the election to take place. And I already screwed that up. Because if it should be 6, excuse me, I missed that. 6 seated members are not available for the meeting or the current slate of officers. The current slate of officers will remain in place in the next monthly meeting that fulfills the required attendance. Candidate receiving 2/3 majority vote of the commission members in attendance shall be declared elected and shall serve for 1 year or until a successor is elected. And I played with the section 3, 2, 3 also. Just some grammatical attention of the Planning and Zoning Commission in the Land Use Town Office. What else down here? The order of business, I've changed that around. It does allow the chairman to change the order, but I figured I'd bring it up to date as to how we actually currently template our agenda. In section 2, under Article 9, conducting a public hearing, the chairman tends to read, as opposed to the secretary as it read, the legal advertisement and such. So I just expanded the capability. One of the executive officers having that ability. And then the last thing I had in here on section 11, bylaw amendments. These bylaws may be amended at a regular meeting and approved by acceptance of at least 2/3 of the voting members in attendance. Again, this had that 9-member requirement to take place. So with those 2 changes of the annual municipal elections, taking out the word annual, and where did it go here? I'm too far.
It's in that same paragraph, the last sentence in that paragraph, you're going to replace 9 with 6. If 6 seated.
Yes. Yes. A minimum of 6 regular members or alternates must be present for election to take place.
And then the next sentence, if 6 seated members are not available for the meeting, the current slate of officers will remain in place. Is that what you wanted to say?
Yes.
Instead of 9.
Yes. Yep. Yep. Yes, and I made that change here in what I'm looking at. Yes. Okay. Let me put that in red for myself. Okay. Any other changes or corrections or clarifications? Oh, the other thing I did was on section 7 under, I think, duties, officers and their duties, section 7. In the absence of the recording secretary, the seated secretary becomes a recording secretary, and as such has the approval to use appropriate technology and land use staff available to him or her to capture meeting activities in written format for submission to the record. Because yeah, sometimes it's hard to be a member and then also be a active body on this when you're taking notes and things like this. So, and we do record all of our sessions. So, and that's really how we're capturing it right now until we get a recording secretary through use of the wonderful land use staff as well as AI technology. Just trying to bring us up into the 21st century. Okay, get rid of that. Look at you people. There you are. Is there, with the changes recommended, or we can just bring it up for next time, however you want to do it. We can either have a motion with the corrections just made to accept the bylaws, or we can have a completely clean document to look at for next time around. Thoughts, discussion?
I'm fine as it is stated. Mark Schubel.
You want to make a motion, Mark?
I'll make a motion to accept.
Motion to accept the bylaws with these corrections to be made. Is there a second?
I'll second. This is Stephanie.
Thank you, Stephanie. Second. All those in favor of accepting the revised bylaws on the March 9th meeting of Planning and Zoning Commission, please signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed? Abstentions? So moved. Thank you. Thank you very much. This brings us a little bit more up to date as to how things actually work. Last item on the agenda, zoning officer report. Michael, do you have anything for us?
May have something that we can discuss next meeting under executive session, but nothing to report at this moment.
Okay. Thank you. That being that, looking for a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Janet.
And is there a second from anyone?
I'll second.
Nord, thank you. And I'm pretty sure all those in favor say aye.
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 All right, very good. Thank you all. Thank you all for your attention. Again, the training will be very, very beneficial as we move forward. This is going to be a very convoluted requirements to meet the housing growth plans and the HB 8002 going forward. So the more you know, the better off you are, the more your input will be received and accepted. And we really appreciate taking the time to go through this. Look through the material that Mike has posted, as well as, attending the training sessions that are out there. That being said, I'm off my soapbox. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Like,